Hey everybody, Razor Guys here, doing another video review. This time I'll be doing one of my favorite figures in the Revenge of the Fallen line, and one of my all-around favorites. Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Jetfire. Behold the glory of Jetfire. I'm not going to try to do the voice, because I don't particularly think my voice sounds that good on camera. And here he is, the third leader class in the entire Revenge of the Fallen line. Was one I was really looking forward to the moment they announced it, and from the moment they first started getting some concept art of Jetfire. I thought the fact that he was an SR-71 was cool, and I just thought that the whole bent-over look, he kind of looks like a bent-over version of Starscream. I thought that whole thing was good. As you can see, he's very, very nice. A lot of detail. Whoop. His cane is a nice little habit of falling out. He has a cane, and you should know that by now. That kind of fits in his hand right there. I'll try to keep that in there. Comes with this nice little Gatling gun. Let me just see if I can shoot that off for you. There you go. That's all it does. And this is on the floor right now. He's very, very nice and detailed. A lot of the, he's not too far from the actual CG model. They did a pretty good job considering the fact that they had there was apparently some couple of last-minute changes. For instance, his face is different on the toy as it was instead of it was on the CGI model. For instance, the CGI model was a little bit more long and it had a mouth to make him smirk. This one obviously doesn't. It does open up a little, but that's about it. And these engines obviously weren't here on the CGI model because, well, when he transforms, the engines are right here. They become his legs. Definitely very nice for an old Seeker. I really wanted to get this one because I was hoping we were going to get a leader class Starscream. We are now, but at the time didn't seem to be so obvious. And he kind of looks like he kind of has a bit of that. The way that Starscream kind of looks, he has those bent down legs. He has that bird look to him. He looks a bit more like a vulture, whereas I think Starscream kind of looks a bit more like an eagle. Very, very nice, beautiful figure. I've got a bit of a complaint with robot mode's pretty good. I really have no complaints with the robot mode. My really kind of like, if I had a chief complaint, would be that he's kind of set up more to combine with Prime. I'm not going to be doing that in this video just because it's a pain in the ass. I hate doing it. It's cumbersome. I've actually almost injured myself a couple times. Just a little pinch or something like that. It looks crappy. I don't like it, and I really don't like it. So I'm just going to avoid doing that. You also might notice mine is missing a few accoutrements. Normally, if you have one, yours should have the soft plastic straps that come around here, and when he locks on the Prime, they kind of lock him on there. I got so tired of those things during the transformation that I literally just took a pocket knife and just cut them off. I was going to figure out a way to disassemble them and just knock them out, but it was such a hassle, and I don't combine it all that often. I really keep them in robot mode most of the time. I keep them next to Classics Jetfire. It's another future review, and it's just a pain in the ass. I can't stand doing it. So he looks just much better without him hanging at the back there. So it's just something I wanted to avoid. He has quite a few features here in robot mode. One thing that I do like is that his cane really does support him. These legs are kind of difficult to balance here. But yeah, his cane does bounce and the cane does stand there. What I like to do is usually I'll keep the cane raised every once in a while, see if I can get it to do it here. So he's kind of got that "get off my lawn, you damn kids" kind of look. Although, see, this is another thing I don't like. With any type of jet, you always have that soft plastic nose, and unfortunately on these ones, because the nose of the plane folds back onto the arms, you get the soft plastic goes back here, and a lot of times it'll just bunch into the engines, which I can't stand. And I'm just worried it's going to warp the plastic back there. I think I should be okay, but it's just a pain in the ass when you're transforming, trying to keep them from bending. Yeah, it's like that's a good example right there. So yeah, I'm gonna take that off anyway. He does, like with any good leader class figure, he does have lights and sounds. Here's the switch right here. If you pull that, you get this lights up, and you get Jetfire's my name. Sounds a bit more like Mike Myers, if you ask me, than Mark Ryan, and I'm pretty sure he had more of a Yorkshire accent as opposed to a Scottish accent. But what are you gonna do? He does have other lights and sound, like light and sound guns. Excuse me. There's actually a button on the back here. Let me see if I can find it. Now, from what I'm told, that's actually used for when you combine them with Prime, but it kind of has like a neat stomping sound. I think he's the only leader with 3 distinct sounds. I don't have Leader Megatron. I don't plan on picking up Leader Megatron, but he does. I think that makes him. I think so. I can't be too sure. If you want to see what that button is, in case some of you have this and you haven't found it yet, it's right here. It's this one right to the left. I always keep his tail. It looks like a tail hooked up, but I'm gonna disconnect that for right now. Probably, every time I see somebody do a review of a leader class figure, they always do it in alt mode, then switch it to robot mode, which is kind of strange since these always come packaged in robot mode. So I'm gonna start off by transforming them into jet mode. As you can see, just really, really nice figure. I love all the detail. Oh, with the new Revenge of the Fallen one, we get that Mecha Live gimmick, and he does have a sizable Mecha Live gimmick. I actually like the Mecha Live gimmick. His appears to be one of the better ones. I think him and Starscream have some of the better ones. When you pull this down, you get if you look closely, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, there's gears in the back here. Let's see if maybe I might be able to see it then. I don't think so. But if you got this one, there's gears in the back here. They spin when you pull this down. It really looks nice. It looks like internal gear spin. It looks great. I love it. And I don't know if this would count, but this I thought was kind of neat. Extra little bit of detail that they added. Let me just pull his arm back. Nice ratchet joints. If you look into his leg there, you'll see there's a bit of a silver piece there. When you turn his leg, those spin, so it looks like internal spinning, which is a nice bit of detail that I thought was pretty sharp. Nothing special, but just sharp nonetheless. But I think that's what I like about the Mecha Live here. It's pretty subtle. It's not. I do miss the Automorph, but you can't fault them on this one. So like I said, all around gorgeous, gorgeous figure. Oh, I sound like Off the Bombs again. Really nice figure, breathtaking. I really like this guy. I actually like him a little bit better than Leader Prime, who we'll be doing in a future review. But I like him more all around. Just really nice. Like I said, I like the movie Secrets. I kind of like how they have that bent over leg. Starscream had it. Blackout kind of had the same thing where they all have these like bent over chicken legs or bird legs. It kind of like adds a nice little bit of commonality to it all. So it's just really, really nice. So very nice figure. I love the SR-70. It's my favorite. SR-71. It's my favorite plane. Excuse me. And just the thought that they were going to turn Jetfire into an SR-71 was pretty cool. So let's start with the transformation, shall we? We're going to take the... I stuck that in pretty good, didn't I? Don't mind that. Yeah. It hooks onto this little silver bit right there, if you can see that. And as you can see, I just lost track of his footing. He stands pretty well without it. There you can see. He's fairly tall. He's kind of... Oh, you know what? That's right. I wanted to get a size comparison. Okay. Here he is compared to Leader Prime, another great figure. You can see he's actually a little bit shorter at the head. Let's see if I can look at that back enough so you can see them. Yeah, it should be good. As you can see, not too bad. Nice comparison. Just comparing the other leaders and put Prime away. Prime actually does stand better. Very, very nice. Okay, let's start with the transformation. What I like to do is... I should come on camera now, shouldn't I? Okay. I'm going to pull these parts out. First thing what I always like to do, I'm going to try to keep... Hopefully this all stays on camera. Let me just... That's nice, Steve. Pull the whiskers in. I'm going to fold his arms around. And if you want to just save yourself some heartache, turn his arms around now, just so you're not doing it later. Again, we've got to stay on camera. This is more difficult right now just because I'm transforming them from the side as opposed to, just holding them in front of me. There we go. So we got mugged. Okay, then you're going to separate. You're going to pull this out. Watch out because, you can see it on this one, this part right here, this little peg, actually starts to wear if you're too rough. It started to wear on mine. Luckily, I actually have some good blue paint. I was able to paint over that, so just keep that in mind. Fold that in. Pull the engines out. It's a little harder to get them into jet mode. These are going to be a pain in the ass, just to let you know ahead of time. If you've seen Off the Bombs' review, you know this. That kind of just snaps in. Fold that down, fold this part down, and then kind of